Theo, welcome back to Spotlight. Nice to see you again. I'd like to take you back to your first ever interview, if I may, as an Arsenal player with Arsenal TV Online. In that interview you said that some people were trying to compare you to Thierry Henry and that was pretty hard to live up to, but you'd hopefully progress in the same way that Thierry had done. 2 years on, how do you feel that progress is going?
Yeah, very well. It's probably going to go back to that question of wearing the 14 shirt, but I just think that's just a shirt number for me, really. But I think the progress is going very well. Hopefully, I'll play more games this year. But I think Thierry broke through when he was like 22, I think, and
so you're ahead of him.
So, well, yeah, if you go for the facts, really. But yeah, I just want to work hard, concentrate on myself. Really, that's all I can do.
And back in that first interview in January 2006, you said you had quite a lot in common. Obviously, you've mentioned now the number 14 shirt. That's the big thing everyone's saying you've got in common. How did you actually end up with that shirt? Because that wasn't the one you wanted originally, was it?
I actually wanted 8. Yeah.
Why did you want 8?
I don't know. I just thought 8 would be, it's a lower number. And as you go through the starting lineup, 1 to 11, like 8's like sort of the starting lineup. So, but Sammy obviously had that, and it's he's a brilliant player.
So he got in first.
Sorry,
he got in first.
He got in first, yeah. But I'm not bothered. But then, just Vic said 14's available. I just said, yeah, that's fine with me. So not knowing that it was Thierry at first, I was like, and it just clicked.
So it's a later thing that suddenly made you realise.
Yeah.
And when you'd actually gone, yeah, I'll have number 14, and suddenly you realised and remembered that the great Thierry Henry had worn it, did you think, oh dear, there may be some pressure when putting on this shirt?
No, not at all. Just a number, that's what I think. Yeah. Yeah.
How do you deal with pressure though? Because obviously, there is an amount of pressure on the players to perform week in, week out. How do you personally deal with that?
Well, just ignore, obviously on the outside, concentrate on your family and your obviously the whole club here, and concentrate on your positives really out of each game. Look back at the weekend, look how well you've done, and take it into the next game. And that's all I do really. Yeah.
I watched your first ever game in an Arsenal shirt the other night. When I knew I was interviewing you, I thought, let's go back.
Oh, was that Portsmouth?
It was Portsmouth.
Yeah, right,
reserves against Portsmouth on a very windy night down in Havant.
That's right. Yeah, I remember.
You scored that night, didn't you?
Yeah, that was nice to score against Pompey as well, yeah.
Yeah, from your Southampton connection.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Because they put some hard tackles in against you.
They did, didn't they? I got kicked, didn't I?
Yeah.
God. Oh, well, I expect that all the time, though.
Yeah. On that night, though, one thing I did notice is that you moved around position three times, didn't you? You started on the left, then the right, and then finally in the centre. You're still moving around now. How important is it for you to pin down a position, and how far away do you think, from doing that?
I think I'm very close, really. Obviously, with Alex Leb going, the right side's sort of available now. So hopefully, I'll pin that position down for myself, really. But I'll play anywhere for this team. But if there's someone out, I'll fill in for them. But yeah, it is always good to play week in, week out in your same position. So you're used to it, really, definitely. Yeah.
So play anywhere for the team. Defence,
whatever. If they want me, I'll do it.
If you did end up like Thierry up front for Arsenal, who do you think you'd perform the best? Who do you think you'd form the best partnership with from the current batch of Arsenal strikers? Because obviously you've had quite a bit of experience with that.
That's a difficult question. That is very.
Because in pre-season you had a chance with Nick, didn't you? And you scored, I think.
That's unfair. That question. That is really unfair.
No, but from your experience in training,
I think quite a lot of people always like big one, small one. Sort of, Addy will win the flicks, Nicholas win the flicks. But it's difficult because Robin comes short and he could play those balls. Eduardo does the same. That's a very difficult question. I haven't actually thought about that really.
I suppose
I do link up very well with Robin when I'm on the right wing because he comes short and he plays those balls in. I don't know, it's very difficult. That's probably one of the hardest questions I've actually answered for a long time.
Yeah, stumped you.
Yeah, you have. You have. Yeah.
Think on that, and we'll come back to it at some other time. But there we go. So yeah, something to think about there. Because obviously you've had the experience with Addy and Nick as well. But yeah, that's quite interesting.
Yeah, it is,
that. Okay. When I last put you in the spotlight a couple of months ago, you'd scored your first Premier League goal just, I think, that weekend against Birmingham, which was, I remember, a very special moment for you. Since we last spoke, you made that run. That run. And many people have said that was your greatest career moment to date. How much would you agree with that statement?
Well, for me it's gone now. It's, we didn't win the game, which is unfortunate really. It would have been even bigger. But it's always good to people reflecting back at that, even though we lost. So yeah, it was a really special moment for me. But yeah, I probably do agree. Yeah.
Can you talk us through that moment yourself? Do you actually remember it? Do you ever sort of run it over in your head again? And again?
Yeah, I do. At the time I wasn't thinking, I saw Gerrard obviously miss the ball, which I didn't expect him to. And then from there it was just instinct really. I just skipped past, well, I should have kicked me really. Should have taken a booking, but I think the strength coming there as well. I've been keeping the shoulder work going on. And then it was just open field and just open my legs out. I'd actually chanced to open my legs out for once really. I'd never actually seen so much field, and
just field in front of you?
Just absolute field, and to see Mascherano running, his face, just couldn't get close really. But yeah, it was a brilliant goal, but it was unlucky we didn't win that really in the end, but it was really nice, definitely.
When you have moments like that, how much do you believe you raise the fans' expectations for your future games?
Well, when they get the ball, they would expect me to go at someone. Sometimes it's difficult. I have like 3 players on me, so that's not the right time. Just pass it and play someone else in. But when there's always open space, the fans, they get up and they expect that to happen again.
Do that run.
Yeah. So hopefully, if there's open field, I'll be definitely open my legs out. Definitely.
You're obviously one of the fans' favourites, without any doubt. Why do you think there is such an affection for you?
I'm not sure really. Maybe, like I say, it's the sort of player that gets you off your feet. Maybe because I'm English as well. That's also maybe could be the point. I don't know. I think they always like someone who works hard as well. So hopefully this year I'll be up there with the fans.
Yeah. The 08-09 season is underway. Just how important is this particular season for you personally? Do you think it's the biggest one of your career so far?
Yeah, definitely. This is probably the season I need to break through. Play a consistent run of games and consistent performances really, and that will tell how strong I am as a player really.
Because last season you had some great appearances as an impact player, didn't you? Coming off the bench and creating those moments. I think in that game you came off the bench and then that run followed on, didn't it?
Yeah.
So it's important to start those games, I guess.
And do those performances, come off the bench and do a starting role, yeah.
Yeah. Now we've had quite a few discussions on Arsenal TV over the past few months about trophies versus attractive football. Many people have said that they prefer to see Arsenal continue to play the best football in the league, and if we win a trophy, that's a bonus. What's your opinion on that?
I think trophies really. It doesn't matter how we play. We could go to West Brom away and have a really poor game, but get a performance. Well, FC20 we didn't play poorly, but it was our first game. We got a good result. Sign of a good team, I think, and you need to sort of dig out those sort of performances. You got to win the battles. Sometimes it won't be pretty. Sometimes you'll prepare everything well for a game. It just won't happen for you. But if you still work hard. But sometimes it just doesn't happen. So hopefully, we'll win trophies this year. And it doesn't matter how we play our football, but we play football anyway, I think.
Yeah. Now, obviously, many ladies are big fans of yours, Theo. The supporters love you. And you're a good-looking chap. It's fair to say.
Thank you.
You're spoken for, though, aren't you? At the moment. Me and Mel have been going up for 3 years now. Well, I better get right. 3. Yeah, gone 3 years now. That's easy to say, isn't it? She's absolutely brilliant to me. Yeah. Do you remember your first date?
I do. Yeah, we just went to just local cinema down the road with actually teammate Ruddy. And just watched. We watched 2 films actually. Yeah, and I actually got back to the lodge late, and I got a little bit in trouble. But a little bit. But Jules there, she was lovely. She looked after me, and she wasn't too mad with me. She was nice, yeah.
I want to ask you what life is like as a Premier League footballer, because obviously you're 19 years old, Premier League footballer, you play for England as well. Can you still do normal stuff, or do you have to adjust everything?
Me and Mel went to just a restaurant, Mexican, last night, and went to cinema just afterwards. Yeah, we're just doing normal things, yeah. And all the time, go to Sainsbury's, whatever, yeah.
So you can go and get a pint of milk if you're short and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And do people come up to you very often, or do they sort of leave you alone and let you go?
Sometimes, but when I go to Sainsbury's quite a lot, it's the same faces I see, so they just don't bother me at all. They know I live around there. But yeah, it's not too bad. It depends when. If you're having a meal, it's like this guy. I could not believe it. Last night we're in a Mexican and we're just just out the way this is, and actually 4 Arsenal kids with shirts on come round the corner. What a chance of that happening. I couldn't believe it, and they saw me and they just hung around for ages, and and they went in the end.